Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and citizens of the Empire. We got another Star Wars The Clone Wars review for you. Guess what? Guess who's back? Ahsoka's back. And I'm so fucking happy about it. I'm so happy about it. I've waited for it for a while. And I just wanted to know what they would do with her. And we're gonna see it soon. Um, this is I want to be 100% honest. It's more of a filler episode. Um, kind of around to give you a sense of kind of what Ahsoka's been doing for a while. I don't know how recent it is, in the timeline versus like when she left the Jedi Temple versus this episode. I'm not positive as to how long that time period is in between, but it clearly shows that she's having a little bit of a time trying to adjust. She's doing all right, as anyone would think a Jedi would, but she's not doing the best when it comes to adjusting. Which, it kind of makes sense when you're somebody who's grown up in a temple, lived in a temple, or on warships for most of your for like until this point your entire life. So there's that. She's come for the synopsis of the episode. She finally meets the chick that we saw in a lot of the trailers. Her name is Trace. I know it's a little bit weird. She's a human for a weird with a weird name, but it happens sometimes. And Trace is a mechanic. Excuse me, still pretty early in the morning. Trace is a mechanic who helps her fix her bike, because her speeder bike is fucked. She bought a trash bike. It happens on Coruscant. It's pretty bad. It's pretty damn bad, honestly. And so through Trace, Ahsoka finally gets a little bit more of the sense of how the normal people in the Republic feel about the Jedi, and also the Republic, but mainly the Jedi. It's not really a good assertion. It's not. She doesn't feel great about it, but Trey seems to have a blasé like, I'm just here trying to make a living. And quick little note, it got blown over in like a quick piece of dialogue, but they're on level 1313. So I expect in the future that it would cause some issues. I hope it does, because we all remember when 1313 was supposed to be a thing, and then the game died, and we all were sad. We were all collectively sad for several months, and then the Naughty Dog developers came out with, or wait, was it Naughty Dog? No, it was one of the Uncharted senior directors was like, hey, we're gonna make a game, and then it just never happened. But other than that, so Trace's sister is a little bit shady, as it can be for Coruscant's underground, and she builds droids now. She decided she wanted to build droids, and there's a whole fucking adventure that basically circles around that for the most part. Other than that, not too much happens, which is why I say it's kind of a filler episode. All of them feel shorter than they usually do. I don't know why. Or I think I elaborated on it once before, but this one by far I think felt the shortest, even though I think it was the same amount of time as the other ones. I'm not positive. I don't always time them or look at the timestamps for the episodes, but sometimes I do. But yeah, you can clearly tell for Ahsoka though that she's having a hard time not using her Jedi training, because it like, let's be honest, it would help a lot in a dangerous universe like Star Wars. It helps a lot, and it does help her this time when she has to get her way out of a fight and save somebody's life. And it appears only one child actually noticed her using the Force at one point, even though she only does it technically once, but still, I think people would be able to point out a Jedi pretty quickly if they saw them like doing shit, like basically anything. But she might be able to like hold back because it seems like it's been at least a couple of months, maybe 1 or 2 months since she left the temple. There's no real elaboration on that or what she's been doing in between, which I am not a giant fan of. I would have thought they would have gone for the first episode with Ahsoka would be like a, a more, I don't want to say slice of life episode, but an adjustment episode, an adjustment to the new way of things episode. They had a couple of those during the previous seasons, like with Ahsoka being in the Jedi Temple, hampered out of the war for a while. Yeah. And then they got into a whole thing with Jocasta Nu and Cad Bane, but whatever. they had some of that in the other seasons. And I thought it would be more like that. It's not. It's an action-y filler episode. In all honesty, you could probably skip it. Would I say to do that? No, because again, you're missing out on just Ahsoka being Ahsoka. Some of the really good animation and lighting that I keep talking about, which I'm so glad that Disney just keeps doing. I like it. I love it. I'm sorry. I got a fanboy about it a little bit, even though I'm not really a Disney fanboy. But other than that, there's not too much going on. I look forward to the next episode because I want to see where they're taking this and how it's going to go from here in the underworld of Coruscant to the Siege of Mandalore. Because I highly doubt that Ahsoka just one day is going to get a fucking call on her comms and be like, hey, Ahsoka, you want to fight in the war again? Like, I doubt that's going to happen. And I want to see how it happens. So I'd say stay tuned, because if you're interested like me, then boom. If you're not, you can always just like wait for when people start talking about it and try not to get fully spoiled. But that's how I see it right now. Other than that, I don't think there are any updates for the channel. So thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was a little bit informative, and I will see you later.